As the vice president of the non-photogenic club, if it were to exist, that would be me. I am going to tell you how to take more feminine pictures, how to take better photos. Welcome back to the channel, lovely feminine friends. And if you are new here, I just right off the bat want to encourage you to subscribe, because if you're interested in content like this, I have a whole femininity playlist on mannerisms. And this is a lovely community of women who support each other, elegant feminine living. And we also talk about subjects like homemaking and dive deeper into sensitive topics concerning women in society today. On the topic of if you're new here, you might notice some squeaking sounds in the background or a giggling baby. I just had a baby a couple months ago, and we are still trying to figure out how to film and keep my baby occupied while I do so. But back onto the main topic. Like I mentioned in the introduction, I am a person who is not photogenic. Now, I do believe that there are certain people who are born with more photogenic faces. I am a woman who did pageants as well as a little bit of modeling, and this isn't to brag about what I used to do in the past. For example, this is just to give you some context on how I was able to succeed in some sort of level by being a non-naturally photogenic person. So I can't guarantee that you are going to look like a superstar when you take photos, but I am going to give you 3 principles that you, as an average everyday person, can remember in the back of your mind when you are taking pictures. I also want you to use these principles to analyze other people that you might admire and their photos, how they were able to achieve that picture perfect photo that you are looking at. This could help you emulate, but not copy, but adjust the principles to your own face, your own body, and your own pictures. I say this in every single one of my videos, but if you have anything to add, any extra tips, this video is not comprehensive. Like I mentioned, I'm just going to give you 3 core principles to follow. So please leave your comments down below, because we would love to hear it in this community. The first thing is obvious, and it is your appearance. I know many people who watch my channel are moms, or you live busy lifestyles. You can't necessarily get dressed to the nines, put on a full face of makeup every day. But there might be circumstances where you have to get in front of a camera, or somebody wants to capture an impromptu photo and you want to try to look your best. How do you do so without getting glammed up every single day? Well, you focus on what pops the most in pictures. This includes the eyes as well as the lips. And all you have to do to be put together and have those things pop on camera and not look washed out is put on a little bit of mascara. If you have an extra bit of time, put on some liner and wear a lipstick. Now, as a mom, I prefer a long-lasting lipstick. I go for the Maybelline matte long-lasting lipstick. I'm going to link it down below. But honestly, anything will do. If you're not a makeup person, a tinted lip balm in your bag that you can put on continuously will do the trick. On this channel, we're also about holding ourselves to a higher standard, kind of creating a lifestyle of what I like to call sustainable beauty, trying to find things that you can incorporate in your daily lifestyle that will last you a long time depending on the different seasons of life that you go through. Watch my femininity playlist to get more ideas on how that can apply to your life. We're trying to make a lifestyle where the bare minimum is 1 step above what everybody else might be doing, for example. And this isn't to be haughty-taughty better than others. This is just to put our best foot forward every day and to feel proud of ourselves. On my channel, I talk about things like finding out your color season, your body shape, picking a wardrobe that is versatile, where you're able to pick out anything in your closet and it's flattering on you. I incorporate concepts of minimalism to get you there, not necessarily becoming a minimalist, but creating and curating a lifestyle that flows for your beauty goals. And usually when we talk about beauty goals, living to your best potential is going to give you that feminine spark, that feminine sparkle effect that I've talked about on my channel countless times, which will help you take more feminine photos. Now, sandwiched in, we have to talk about the most important principle of all this. How are you going to take the photo? What I want you to focus on is dimensions. You want to give a 3D allure to your pictures. This means that you want to play up different poses, but it doesn't have to be over the top. For example, think about what you're going to do with your arms. You want to create dimension. That's why you see many models posing with their arms in triangle shapes. For example, on your waist, behind behind your head. You see I'm making that triangle. I am creating dimension in the picture. This is also important in your face. Staring straight on at the camera can be a flattering picture if you add different dimensions to your actual face. For example, you give feminine eyes, you look above or to the side. To give a serious face, many models will suck in their cheeks. It feels like it's over the top, but it looks good in a picture. Oftentimes you will feel like you're exaggerating a little bit in the photo because in order to add that dimension, you have to do so in a certain sense. This doesn't mean that you need to steal the show in your photos and group pictures, for example, but put your leg in front of you or to the side. Hand on the waist is definitely a go-to rather than just standing straight on with your hands to your side. Crossing your arm over. I don't particularly prefer this pose because it is a little bit closed off, and remember the feminine is open, but that can also add dimension if you are a little bit shy. Back to the face. Turning your face a little bit will definitely give more of a feminine allure because feminine energy does tend to be associated with passiveness. This doesn't mean that you are not a person who can stand up for yourself, but we are going for a softer look. Tilting your chin down a little bit, but it has to be out and down will help give a nice line to the side of your face. Tilting your head in general definitely does give more of that soft allure. And when you smile, if you're in a family photo, you want to look animated, you want to look happy, but oftentimes we take pictures where we're smiling and we can't believe how serious we look, essentially is what I'm trying to tell you. And a trick to do that is you want to laugh a little bit. It feels ridiculous. I've talked about this, I think, in my feminine walking video, but smiling while you're laughing a little chuckle definitely helps bring out that genuine smile where your eyes are squinting a little bit. Now I could go more in depth with examples, but like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is just an overall general video to kind of give you a reference point. Like the video if you want me to perhaps go further, and I can make a part 2 with more concrete examples. And the third thing is that you want to, of course, think about your atmosphere. This could mean many different things. It could be a location, but if you are a stay-at-home mom like myself, you have to get creative in your home. Try to spruce up the background, but of course also take into consideration the lighting. Now the lighting in this video actually isn't ideal, but I have to be next to the swing where my baby is since he's looking at me. One way that I was able to compromise on this is that I turned on the chandelier behind me to create lighting behind the camera, which is shining on my face. You can easily do this by going in front of a window. You don't necessarily have to buy a fancy light for your camera or your phone. Everybody knows about the golden hour, when the sun is setting as well as when the sun is rising. Take advantage of that if you want to go outside and take some pictures. One piece of advice that a photographer did tell me in the past though is that you want to avoid taking pictures while the sun is rising because we are puffier in the morning. You can also consider camera angles. Now, having my camera a little bit lower facing up will make my double chin appear more aggressive. Some of us naturally have that. It doesn't matter how thin. There was a period in my life where I was actually underweight and I still had a little bit of that double chin. We want to avoid that angle. In my vlogs, unfortunately, I'm not always good at avoiding that angle, so you can kind of see it. The point is, setting your camera a little bit higher than average is going to help slim you down. And if you are seeking to look taller, I myself am not often seeking to look taller because I am kind of tall for a woman. I'm 5'7", but you can have whoever is taking the photo or your camera stand be placed lower with the angles going up. That's also going to help elongate your legs. Oftentimes taking photos of our faces, if you're trying to take a selfie, if you are somebody like myself who takes a lot of personal photos with baby, you might want to invest in a selfie stick because pictures taken a little bit further back look so much better. Even on camera, having me a little bit further back looks much better. And the last thing, because my baby is starting to cry, I wanted to encourage you to set the atmosphere depending on whatever type of picture you're taking. For example, if I'm taking nice pictures with my baby for my own personal memories and I want to get in the feminine playful spirit, I will play feminine playful song. If you're trying to take a more serious picture or maybe a romantic photo with your husband, light a candle. Make that incense go I don't know if that's the proper grammar, but I think you're understanding the point. You want to get in a specific mood depending on the type of picture that you're trying to take. This is why models have music playing in the background during photo shoots depending on the type of photo shoot that they are taking. I'm going to end the video there. For the third time, please like the video if you enjoyed this type of content. I read all of my comments, so if you want to leave me a comment down below, I will read it, and it's always accepted here as long as it is respectful. I have an entire feminine mannerisms playlist. A lot of these videos are older, so please give me grace since I was a little bit shy, but I'm going to link that above as well as down below, and I look forward to our next video. Lovely feminine friends. Bye-bye.